Did you know that taking things personally often stems from deep-seated insecurities and narcissistic tendencies? Taking things personally can feel like carrying a heavy backpack filled with other people's opinions and judgments. It's exhausting and limits your ability to move freely through life. Understanding this connection is the first step towards this simple realization could be the key to your personal liberation. Today we'll dive into the top 5 strategies to handle this behavior and show you how to recognize when you're falling into this trap. 5. The hidden trap of taking things personally. Picture this. You're at work, and a coworker makes a casual comment about your presentation. Suddenly, your day is ruined. You find yourself questioning your abilities and worth. Sound familiar? This scenario illustrates how taking things personally can quickly spiral into emotional distress. Taking things personally can have a significant negative impact on your mental health and relationships. It's a habit that can lead to anxiety, depression, and social isolation. But here's the good news. There are practical strategies you can use to break free from this cycle and improve your emotional well-being. In this video, we'll explore these strategies and help you build resilience against perceived slights and criticisms. 4. Recognizing the root causes. As we explore strategies to build resilience, it's crucial to understand the root causes of taking things personally. What if I told you that the tendency to internalize criticism is closely linked to a trait many of us unknowingly possess? This unexpected connection could be the key to unlocking your emotional freedom. At the heart of taking things personally lies a complex interplay of insecurities and distorted self-image. When we encounter criticism or perceived slights, our mind often jumps to conclusions, assuming the worst about ourselves and our abilities. This knee-jerk reaction is rooted in our deep-seated fears and vulnerabilities, which can cloud our judgment and lead us to misinterpret situations. Interestingly, there's a strong connection between narcissism and taking things personally. While it might seem counterintuitive, narcissists often struggle with a fragile sense of self, making them hypersensitive to criticism. They tend to play the victim and avoid addressing their own problematic behaviors, perpetuating a cycle of insecurity and defensiveness. This pattern can make it challenging for narcissists to grow and improve their relationships with others. Consider a common scenario. You're in a meeting at work, and your boss points out an error in your report. Instead of seeing it as constructive feedback, you immediately feel a wave of shame and inadequacy wash over you. You might think, "I'm terrible at my job," or "Everyone must think I'm incompetent." This tendency to internalize criticism and blow it out of proportion is a hallmark of taking things personally. Another example is in romantic relationships. Imagine your partner expresses dissatisfaction with an aspect of your relationship. Rather than viewing it as an opportunity for growth and communication, you might interpret it as a personal attack on your worth as a partner. This reaction can lead to defensive behavior, further straining the relationship and preventing meaningful resolution. These patterns of internalizing criticism and negative feedback often stem from childhood experiences or past traumas. Perhaps you grew up in an environment where praise was scarce, or mistakes were harshly criticized. These early experiences can shape our perceptions and reactions well into adulthood, making us more susceptible to taking things personally. Miscommunication also plays a significant role in why some people react strongly to criticism while others remain unfazed. It's essential to recognize that others have their own insecurities and motivations behind their words and actions. Understanding this can help you detach your self-worth from external remarks and view situations more objectively. The way we interpret others' words can be more about our own perceptions than the actual intent behind those words. This realization is key to breaking the cycle of taking things personally. By acknowledging that our interpretations might be skewed by our own insecurities, we can start to question our initial reactions and consider alternative perspectives. Recognizing these patterns in yourself is a crucial first step towards change. Self-awareness about how you react to criticism can empower you to alter your responses and improve your mental health. It's not about ignoring genuine feedback or valid concerns, but rather about developing a more balanced and resilient approach to handling difficult situations. 3. Shifting perspectives. It's not always about you. While understanding yourself is crucial, there's another piece to this puzzle that might surprise you. What if I told you that 90% of the time when someone offends you, it's more about them than it is about you? His counterintuitive approach could revolutionize how you navigate interpersonal conflicts. Changing your perspective is a powerful strategy to stop taking things personally. It's easy to get caught up in our own emotions and interpretations, but learning to view situations from different angles can be transformative. When we step back and consider alternative viewpoints, we often discover that people's actions are more reflective of their own insecurities than a personal attack on us. Imagine you're in a meeting and a colleague criticizes your idea. Your initial reaction might be to feel hurt or defensive. But what if you paused and considered what might be driving their behavior? Perhaps they're feeling insecure about their own contributions, or they're under pressure from their superiors. By shifting your perspective, you can reduce the emotional impact of their words and respond more constructively. Empathy plays a crucial role in this process. When we put ourselves in others' shoes, we gain valuable insights into their motivations and behaviors. This doesn't mean excusing hurtful actions, but it does allow us to externalize the problem, rather than internalizing it as a reflection of our worth. Here's a practical exercise to help you shift your perspective. The next time you feel offended by someone's words or actions, take a moment to ask yourself, what might this person be seeing or feeling? Instead of immediately internalizing the criticism, try to understand the situation from their point of view. This simple practice can provide valuable insights and help you respond more effectively. Remember, people's behaviors often stem from their own experiences, insecurities, and challenges. By recognizing this, you can create emotional distance between their actions and your self-worth. This doesn't mean ignoring genuine feedback or valid concerns, but rather developing a more balanced approach to interpreting others' behaviors. Another helpful strategy is to seek outside perspectives. Sometimes our own perceptions can be clouded by emotions or past experiences. Asking trusted friends or colleagues about their interpretations of a situation can provide clarity and help you understand if there are specific behaviors you might need to address. Shifting your perspective also involves taking yourself less seriously. When we approach life with a lighter attitude, we're less likely to feel attacked by every casual remark or perceived slight. This doesn't mean disregarding your feelings, but rather developing a more resilient mindset that can weather minor social turbulence. By implementing these perspective-shifting techniques, you can experience immediate relief from emotional distress and improve your relationships. You'll find yourself less reactive to perceived insults and more capable of navigating complex social situations with grace and understanding. Practical strategies for breaking the cycle. Now that you've learned to shift your perspective, let's explore a powerful technique that can transform how you process criticism. Have you ever wondered if there's a way to instantly determine whether someone's words are worth taking to heart? A single question might hold the key. When faced with a perceived insult or criticism, ask yourself, is this true or nonsense? This simple yet effective approach can provide immediate clarity and reduce emotional turmoil. By pausing to assess the validity of the criticism, you create a mental buffer that allows you to respond more rationally. Consider this scenario. A colleague comments on your presentation skills, suggesting you could be more engaging. Instead of immediately feeling hurt or defensive, take a moment to evaluate. Is there some truth to their observation? Could you benefit from improving your public speaking? Or is their comment unfounded, possibly stemming from their own insecurities or misunderstandings? This strategy of discerning reality from fiction is crucial in breaking the cycle of taking things personally. It helps you separate your thoughts and emotions from the actual situation, allowing for a more objective assessment. Remember, not every criticism is a personal attack, and not every compliment is entirely true. Developing this discernment can significantly reduce the emotional impact of others' words. Mindfulness practices can be incredibly helpful in recognizing and separating your thoughts from reality. By cultivating awareness of your mental processes, you can more easily identify when you're falling into the trap of taking things personally. Regular mindfulness exercises, such as meditation or deep breathing, can strengthen your ability to observe your thoughts without immediately reacting to them. Another valuable strategy is to embrace a less serious attitude towards yourself. This doesn't mean disregarding your feelings or ignoring valid feedback. Rather, it's about developing a sense of humor and perspective about your own quirks and imperfections. When you can laugh at yourself, you become more resilient to perceived insults and find it easier to let things slide. As the philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "If anyone tells you that such a person speaks ill of you, don't make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, 'He does not know my other faults, else he would not have mentioned only these.'" This humorous approach can help you maintain perspective and avoid taking criticism too seriously. Self-reflection is another crucial component in breaking the cycle of taking things personally. Instead of internalizing blame or criticism, focus on identifying specific behaviors that may need adjustment. This approach allows for personal growth without compromising your self-worth. Ask yourself, is there a kernel of truth in this feedback that I can use to improve myself? Here's a simple, actionable technique you can start using immediately. The next time you feel stung by someone's words, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Is this criticism based on fact or opinion? 2. Does this person have all the necessary information to make this judgment? 3. How would I respond if a close friend shared this same concern? These questions can help you quickly assess the validity of the criticism and respond more appropriately, whether that means accepting constructive feedback or dismissing unfounded remarks. Embracing growth and moving forward, as we've explored. Learning to not take things personally is a journey of self-awareness and growth. By changing your perspective, discerning reality from fiction, and practicing mindfulness, you can break free from the cycle of emotional turmoil. Remember, it's okay to feel hurt sometimes. We're all human. Be patient with yourself as you practice these new strategies. Mastering these skills can lead to improved mental health, stronger relationships, and a more confident sense of self. When you stop taking things personally, you create space for genuine connection and personal development. You'll find yourself better equipped to navigate life's complexities with resilience and clarity. We'd love to hear about your experiences with these techniques. Have you tried any of them? What challenges have you faced? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's continue this conversation together.